Hey, what up, YouTube? Welcome to Real Talk of the North, powered by Weseehiphop.com, the voice of the streets, the platform of the culture, and the heart of Canadian hip-hop. I'm your host, J7, and you already know how we doing it here, man. We put the spotlight on dope Canadian talent that are making moves out here, man. And this week, she's an artist, she's a rapper. You can catch her on the latest season of Love and Hip Hop Miami. She's the talk of the town these days, I won't lie. I'm talking about Foreign2X in the building. What up?
What it do? What it do?
Yo, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Hey, you know what I mean? Like, it's dope to see you doing your thing. You're making your noise in the city. I know you're an artist too, doing your music. I think there's a lot of focus coming on that in the next few months and stuff. So we had to have you here. You know what I mean?
Man, thank you so much for having me here.
How do you feel about the kind of the noise you're making, the buzz you're getting right now? How are you feeling?
Well, I don't know. I don't know how to feel about it, to be honest. I don't know if it's positive. I don't know if it's negative. I think it's a little bit of both, I would say.
I mean, at the end of the day, they say, well, as long as they're talking about you, right?
As long as they're talking, good or bad, you know what I'm saying?
There you go. There you go.
And that's what I was kind of like going for.
No doubt, no doubt. Well, it's working so far. And I introduce you as Foreign2X, but sometimes I see the 2X, sometimes I don't. Sometimes I see people calling you Madonna. Like, can you break it down? Like,
so basically, Madonna's my government name.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so my mom will call me Madonna.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and like Foreign's my original like artist name, and I kind of like added up like the 2X at the end, like in memory of my late friend.
Oh, okay.
My late best friend.
I'm sorry to hear that. Okay.
Yeah, so 2X like.
It's like to honor somebody.
Yeah, kind of 2X.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So it's Foreign2X for everybody that wants to know what's up and that wants to check out the music, right?
That's right.
Okay. So for the people who don't know Foreign, can you tell us who Foreign was before the internet hype, before the music, before the popcorn popping stories and all these things?
Honestly, ain't nothing changed. Like,
For
honestly,
real?
I'm the same bitch. Like, I'm the same.
But I'm talking like early, like you came up in Montreal in Quartier-Ville, right?
Yeah, that's where I grew up.
Okay. And like what kind of child was Foreign? Were you like always kind of opinionated?
Honestly, I was very opinionated. Like I had a very strong personality, a very strong presence.
Since you're young.
Yeah, I've been hated for it ever since I was a kid.
Come on.
I really stood out. Like I don't know what to say. Like honestly, like the whole neighborhood, because you know how the districts are made, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like there's elementary. I'm talking about elementary
Yeah,
school.
we're
like,
talking
you know
early days, yeah.
Like elementary schools, like there's different elementary schools in the same neighborhood for different districts, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And all the schools in all the districts knew about Madonna.
Even in elementary?
Yeah, because they love to hate on me, bro.
What do you
Like
mean?
they would gang up on me. I'm not even lying, bro.
But hate on you like as a child? Like for
yeah,
what?
they would just hate me. Like they didn't like me. Like it was popular to hate me, like type of thing.
Okay,
you know
so
what
you're
I'm
used
saying?
to that kind of drama being
I was
around.
like the black sheep, but like in a good way. Like, you know what
Okay.
I'm saying? I was in a basketball team.
Okay.
I had A+. I was like a smart ass bitch, and I was
Okay,
pretty.
so they were hating
They were
on your
hating
success,
big
basically.
time. As a kid, you know, so
Wow.
I'm kind of used to competition. People put me in like third parties, like competition, ganging up on me and shit. I'm really used to it. You know
Okay,
what I'm
so
saying?
like this internet stuff must not really
Yeah,
bother
it
you
doesn't
then.
really faze me, and I'm not really like, you know, like ever since like we talked about it 2X.
Yeah.
Ever since my late friend passed away, it's like I haven't really been on the internet kind of thing. It's like my sister really introduced me back into the internet because I really like was in a really dark place and stuff. Like I didn't really want to like the world to see me at that time, and like I kind of like grew out of it. You know, I'm ready now for whatever.
Is that kind of in between the We the North song and
because
the
you know, like
latest
the
song
We
you
the
released?
North, the We the North should have been a fucking hit song. I'm not even gonna lie. I should have pushed it more and everything. Like I should have really like went out there and like it's not like I didn't have connections and I did not know like who to talk to. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it's just like ever since like he passed away like probably 2 months after I released the song, and I was like, okay, the audio's out, the lyrics audio's out, like you know everything's out on every platform. I need to make a video, bro. My friend passes away.
And he was like involved with it and helping
He
you and
put me in the
stuff.
studio. He's the
Wow.
one who brought me to record that same very song, bro.
Okay, wow.
Like
Yeah,
he
I
was
can
there,
see
like
why
do it
would slow
again,
you.
do it again. Like you know, like I just started off like
The one who keeps it real with you,
yeah,
basically.
that was my guy. Like to be honest, like he really like I used to like come like by his house like with like lyrics and shit, like acapella type shit.
Yeah.
And like he would always spit, you know, he had it in him. Like I never heard nobody spit like from the top of his head. Like I've never seen
Real
nobody
MC
like
shit.
that. Like even in shows, like you know, like in hip hop shows, whatever they do, like. They do like fucking freestyles, whatever. Bitch, ain't no freestyle. I don't even wrote that shit.
You can tell they wrote
that
it.
Bitch all night. Like, fuck you talk about, you know? He really, from the top of his head, you know? He really impresses me. Like, he really introduced me to music.
And, okay,
like, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, we're gonna get into how you got into all that. That's interesting. And rest in peace to him, definitely.
Definitely.
And the accent for the people who don't know, like, what's your background?
I'm part Seychelles.
Yeah.
Part Congolese.
Okay.
But I grew up more with I grew up home with my mama. She's from the Seychelles.
Okay.
But I also grew like with my grandma too. I was really close to my grandma from my dad's side, from my Congolese side. So I kind of really like dwelled in both cultures. And like that's the funny part, right? Because I never even learned like none of the languages. Like I don't speak none of them.
That's interesting.
From both sides. You know what I'm saying?
But it's interesting because like you kind of have
French and English.
But you have an accent that shows that there's something more than just French and English. You know what I'm saying? That's what's crazy about it.
I know how to swear. I know how to speak.
Yeah. Okay. You know the key words.
You know the big lines.
You know the keywords. You know the keywords.
So it's like
okay, but so now you're telling me you were a good student, straight A student, doing your thing in school and everything. Did you have like? Would you consider you had like a strict household?
Not really like a street household. I would say like more like of a dysfunctional one.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah.
Are you cool with like telling us about it? Like, what?
Well, I'm not gonna say. I can't really see too much, to be honest. Like,
was it like a single mom thing?
I was a single mom, like you know, like kind of thing.
Not
you know,
an easy thing.
like not an easy thing at all. And like my mom, like she really took so much risk, to be honest. Like that's like she's really the first person I've ever seen like being like, wow, like. The leap of faith, like you'd look up the meaning of it in the dictionary, and you'd see my mama's face.
That's dope.
Like she started off her own business because my mom, she has her master's degree, she has her bachelor degrees in like finances, she has an accounting.
And you saw her growing up, struggle to get all these things.
And then like she used to work at franchises, and I remember like the franchise got sold to an American company, and everybody got laid off and everything. And like she had savings and shit, and she's like, oh, should I start a business? Like we were like 10 years old. I think my sister was like 11. Like,
but you're seeing this.
But we were so close. Yeah, but we were grown.
That molds
kids.
you.
We were grown kids. Like my mom would really like come to us for like, you know, like cocoon, like a moment, like family thing. We really take decisions. And like we were grown kids. Like we were old souls, like early on, like both of us.
It kind of forces you to grow up fast, right?
It did.
Because you're living through the struggle with her. Like whatever she's going through, no matter what, you're feeling it with her.
And my mom was like,
oh,
what do you think, you guys? Should I like open my own business, like be an accountant on my own?
Wow.
And we were like, yeah. And that was her last money, right? And she did it. And like till this day, she's still operating. And like she's making like 6 figures. Like,
that's fire, man. Salute to her, man. God bless.
And
man.
like honestly, like she's the first person I've ever seen like that really like got out of the mold from the like the people that I live around. Yeah. Like most people just tend to just do the easy route. I would say like go to school, get a job, and work for somebody.
No, but it's dope.
You know what I'm saying?
And I feel it's fire that you mentioned this because you know we always talk about the struggles that people go through, and yes, a lot of people go through struggles, but man, like there's also dope success stories like that people that make it out the struggle and get a degree, and you know what I mean, get their family out of the harm's
and like
way.
Don't get me wrong, it's very impressive to get a degree. Like I'm not even gonna say easy road because honestly, if it was easy, everybody would have a degree.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Everybody would have a degree.
No, because everybody.
You know
what I mean is everybody always wants to show they're from this, they're from that, but like it's dope to see people that studied and got degrees and got, you know what I mean, and get to 6 figures, man, and to show people that you can actually make it.
People.
You can make it. You know what I mean? It's never a dead end. You know what I'm saying? And so okay, so now you're young, you're growing up fast and everything. Were you always like an artist at heart? Like, did you always?
I've always been like that. I've always been very expressive. I've been writing music since I was like a kid, honestly, because I didn't really have no friends like that, right? Because I was really bullied, right? So I was really like really like I was like,
That's that
oh,
hate you were
honey.
talking about kind of thing.
Yeah. So it's like every time I would come back from school, like after a hard day of being hated on, like,
Shit.
like I would come home and like I would just open YouTube and like start singing every fucking song I knew, and like that's from where I started writing my own music.
And what, okay, and what kind of songs were you singing? Like, who were the artists?
Oh my God, Nicki Minaj.
Okay, dope.
When Nicki Minaj came
That's
out
when
with
she
the
came out around those.
Itty bitty biggie on the market. Get up and Listen, dude.
I saw you hesitate with those two ones. You're like, I can't say this one. I can't say that one. You can just call me Jay. but okay, so Nicki was a big inspiration.
Definitely. Actually, my Facebook name used to be Crazy Minaj.
Okay, like that.
From early on, like Facebook time. I'm talking about like 2010. Like,
wow,
you know
that's
what I'm
fire.
saying?
But okay, so you're getting home. You're I guess it's like a little bit therapeutic, I guess. You know what I mean? To do
it's
the
like,
music.
that's what keeps me going to go on, like to the next day. You know, I'm looking forward for something.
And is there people around you that is like, yo, it's dope, like you're good, you should continue?
You know what? My mom was very like, my mom's like old school. Like my mom's born in the 50s.
Traditional.
My mom's born in the early 50s. Understand? So like,
I know the immigrant
despite,
family
like, how
life.
we turned out,
Yeah.
Like we were raised old school, okay? Like we were raised like to have proper
But
manners.
earlier you told
and
me
be
it wasn't.
distinguished.
Earlier you said it wasn't too strict though.
No, but like it wasn't strict. It was structured.
Okay, I like that.
It's different.
It is different.
It is very different.
Yeah.
We have total free will, okay? My mom couldn't get a hold of us, okay? Like in the stores, anywhere, okay? Like we had a mind of our own. But like she respected it, you know? But we had like mutual agreements too. Like, you know, we knew the roles and we knew when it's time to not, like she's not playing, you know? And like we were really so hard on her.
Okay.
Like I see kids nowadays, like my nephews and my cousins' kids.
It gets wild.
Like, God damn. Like we were
I wasn't that bad after all.
They would have whooped their ass.
That's funny. So okay, so you're starting. So she wasn't really messing with the music thing. Like was she?
Who that?
Like your mom and your family.
Well,
like
you
your
know,
sister.
like they knew. Like my sister was really like. Honestly, I'm not even gonna lie. She was really like supportive of my music. Like
That's dope.
Since I was a kid. Like even just before the writing, just singing random like Beyonce's music, Whitney Houston's. Like
okay, so you would do R&B stuff too.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so
I used to really hit those notes.
So we might hear Foreign like dropping some kind of R&B vocals
my mom can't
here
wait
and
for
there.
that. Like, you know, like I made her listen to my music and stuff, and I'd be so excited. Like, Mom, listen to that. I'm dropping this.
Yeah.
And she's like, why don't you just sing?
Oh, for real?
And I'm like, oh my God. Like, really?
I mean, I get it because the way you described her to me, I kind of get.
Yeah.
She would say that, but I mean, at the end, you do what you feel, right?
Mm-hmm.
So okay. So when you start actually writing your first music, is it singing or is it rapping?
Actually, I think like I'm in the middle of like two like genres.
Okay.
It's like a merge. Like I don't know. I feel like I'm more like of a trap singing.
That could
like
be
a
something
trap
fire.
R&B type of thing.
That could be
Because I
fire.
like to do a lot of singing in my trap. Like, you know, like I'm not really like those like, I don't know, like this is a lot of categories.
You're not
in
just
trap
barring
music.
up all the time, like going crazy. Like you
there's
do
different
melodies and
ones.
shit.
Like there's people that are just binge, like trapping, you know, and like, yeah. But like I'm in the middle. I'm in the middle.
Okay. So like, and you said Nicki was an inspiration. Was there other artists that like were steady on your playlist, like when you were young?
Honestly, like Nicki really dominated the charts for a
Really?
long time.
So was it like
as
Nicki
a female artist?
and the Young Money
Like,
thing and the whole thing, or
obviously, yeah, but we grew up to this. You know, I'm a '97. I used to hang out with the '95s. You know,
Wow.
with the '94s and
Okay.
the '98s.
Okay.
You know?
Okay.
So like, you know, like it was really like Nicki, like, you know. Like the Lil Kim era was long gone.
No, obviously.
You know what I'm saying?
she's the GOAT personally.
Yeah, she was the.
Even up to, I mean, look, I don't want to cause debates,
no,
but personally,
honestly, like the biggest artists, like female artists right now, like Doja Cat came along, Cardi B, like come on, bro.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, but Cardi B
like,
only
Cardi B shaked the room. The way
she's
came
an icon. She's an
it
icon.
was
I can't.
cold. Nobody could.
Yeah, but you know what's the difference for me between Cardi and Nicki? And I love both of them. I think they're both dope. But Cardi dropped one album. And it's dope. It's fire, and she's got hits.
Yeah.
But Nicki's been dropping for a long time, consistently, and like
I understand
her
where
bars
you're coming
are
from.
there.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
definitely.
saying?
Like, she has longevity. You know,
Yeah,
she earned her spot.
If
you
we're
know what I'm
talking
saying?
like GOAT status kind of thing.
GOAT status for sure. But
You know?
like to who did
But
it,
Cardi
like,
B's influence is
like,
undeniable.
That's where I'm
Yeah,
going.
and her
That's where I'm
personality.
going.
She took it to.
Come
It's
on.
crazy because you know what?
She took the spot, bro. Like,
How wrong can I be? I'm sitting down with you, and you're on Love and Hip Hop too, and like Cardi was there too, and look at where she took it, right?
Yeah,
so
that's
I mean,
what I'm saying.
it is something to respect, 100%. Hey, that's interesting. Hey, it's true. She started on Love and Hip Hop.
Shit, but actually she started online.
Yeah, I think she started bubbling
Like
online,
my sister
and that
has
brought
kind
her.
of like a similar like a startup, like online, and then like it took it there.
That's
like,
crazy.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
interesting. Okay, so if I was to ask you, Foreign, what would be one of the biggest lessons you got from growing up in the hood or in the struggle?
Wow. Don't overextend yourself to nobody, because it's everyone for themselves at the end of the day. Everybody is a rat scrambling, like waiting to get out of the gutters. Okay?
Yeah.
You can
Yeah, but everybody always claims, yo, I got to look out for everybody.
As a friend, but they see you as leverage. You never see like rats trying to get out of the gutter, getting one top of the other.
Hold on, what'd you
One
say?
on top of
They
the
see
other?
you as a friend. What
You
was that?
you see them as a friend, but they see you as leverage.
Damn, that's a bar right
But
there.
it's true though. It's true. You never see it like in a cartoon.
It's a harsh reality.
The rats get on top of the others to trying to peek outside of the gutter. Yeah, you think it's your friend. They see you as leverage.
That's crazy. That's a gem, man.
Once they're out of the gutter, you think they're gonna look down for you?
No, I feel you. And when you were young, was the music always like the path you wanted to take? Like, did you think of acting?
It's always been there. Nah, like music was always my like number one top like dream. Like ever since I knew what life was, you know, when you get your conscious, because I was like, as a kid, you don't really know what you're doing. You don't even know where you exist. You know.
Okay, you connected. Like it was really like an emotional thing.
It was like I knew, like, you know what I'm saying. You know the Asian people when they get kids. I don't know what kind of country. Like, I've seen it on TikTok. Like when they get kids, like it's a ritual type of thing. They put like different objects and like they put the kid down. Like there's a whatever, like a thermostat. Like there's like whatever, like a microphone. There's like papers, a pen, like things like that. And like whatever item the kid picks, like it would like determine like its future.
Kind of
like,
dictate where they're gonna head.
I don't know if you know what I'm talking about.
I never seen that.
It's crazy though. Like they actually
wow,
do
that's
that.
low.
Yeah.
Okay, and they make the baby
like
pick kind of thing.
Yeah, and if I would have done it, I'm probably sure I would have picked the microphone.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's how like I've always
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So when you said earlier your homie was the one who pushed you to record, is he the one who got you in the booth the first time?
He did actually, because like I wasn't really like in tune with like what was going on with like the studios and the producers, and you know, I was just like some teenage girl
like where do I
writing
start,
bars
right?
in the Calle Canada, like, you know.
Well,
what
you
I'm
didn't have
saying?
like rappers around you or people you knew that rapped or stuff like that?
I did actually, like, you know, growing up, like everybody wanted to be a rapper kind of. It was a trend, you know, like, you know. Like,
yeah.
But like he was like really the one that like really put me like in places like to meet people. And like was
doing it for the right reasons.
Yeah, like
That's
he
dope.
really believed in me. Like I literally like I would come up to him like with like just like bars and like instrumentals and like on my phone, like Motorola's back in the days. Honey,
Okay, you really
on
had this in your heart,
baby.
like okay, you were really like doing this for real. This is not like
really doing it
because you know what's gonna happen now. A lot of people are gonna see you doing your thing on TV or whatnot, and they're gonna be like, she's trying to start rapping now. But you've really been doing this.
I have archives and shit. Like I got receipts. Like
let it be known. That's dope.
Don't get me twisted. I got archives. I've been doing that thing.
No, that's dope because you know that's going to be an assumption, right? And the more you're going to go in the game, and it's interesting because you say that you're used to the hate or whatnot. So it's good to know because you know what's going to come with the more noise you make, the more platforms you get on, and the more music you release eventually, you know what I mean? But it is what it is, man. So like I said earlier, you had, well, by the way, growing up, did you pay attention to any Canadian rap?
Honestly, like Canadian rap, like you're
curious.
gonna laugh at me, okay?
No, why? Why?
It's funny to say, but like Kendrick Lamar, Tory Lanez, I know I'm saying his name.
Kendrick Lamar and
wrong. Not Kendrick Lamar. The Weeknd, I mean.
Yeah.
The Weeknd, like Tory Lanez.
Tory Lanez, yeah.
Tory Lanez.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. You know, I'm from Montreal.
I got you.
He
It's
knows,
all good.
You know
Hey, that's part of the charm. That's part of the charm. You know what I mean?
So, you know, like.
Okay, so mostly the Toronto. Okay.
They're from Canada.
Of course they are.
You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
So, like, the way they shaped their way to the U.S.
Crazy.
Inspirational.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think artists like that put the spotlight.
Yes,
So like
yeah.
even for artists in Toronto, I feel like it's like, okay, there's a way out. Like, okay, this guy made it, so I can make it. You know what I mean? Okay. And so like I said earlier, you released the We the North song. And okay, I'm just curious. Are you like a basketball fan?
You know what?
Are you a
I
Toronto?
used to be.
Because you're a Montreal
I used to
girl.
play for Express.
Okay.
So, yeah, Saint Laurent. Like
Okay,
here.
so you used to play. Okay, so
in
Okay,
this
so
very
you-
neighborhood.
let's go. You already know. Shout out. So you were always a basketball fan.
Yeah, but you know what? The song had nothing to do with the basketball.
What do you mean?
Just
The
turned
intro,
out the
the-
song was already. Listen, the song
No,
was
but you
already
can't-
recorded. Listen, the song was already recorded. Okay,
Yeah.
as is, and then. The fucking Raptors ended up fucking winning.
Crazy.
And I was like, yo,
Crazy.
my fucking song is We the North, bro. Let's fucking drop that
Oh,
bitch.
hold on. Okay, you had the title of the
It
song
had
before that
nothing
whole
to
thing.
do with the Raptors. It just happened that they won, and like everything they're saying is We the North.
Yeah,
We the
yeah.
North. I'm like, bitch, We the North. I'm the North, bitch. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
So then after you put the artwork and you added
There you
the
go.
stuff from
and
the game.
Exactly, and it all came together.
Wow. That's crazy. Okay, so now we know why you stopped or you took a break after that, right? Because I guess you had a plan of keeping releasing some music and stuff like that.
Definitely. I was gonna keep going till forever.
So you get like a low point, let's say. What really got you out of it?
So my very friend that brought me into all of that and made everything possible passed away. Ended up passing away like 2 months after dropping the song.
Damn.
And so and that's crazy, right? Because he ended up passing away like on his birthday, which is 2 weeks before my birthday.
Wow.
So it's like, I literally like gave up on myself, to be fucking honest with you. Like I disappeared from them social medias. I disappeared from the world. Like people didn't know what was happening with me, you know.
Damn, what were you doing to like kind of cope?
I was doing whatever I was doing.
Wilding out like it was.
I was doing whatever I needed right now. And
Okay.
you know, it was kind of like, I
not
was in
easy.
a very dark place. And it's crazy that I've made it out. I'm very
God
impressed.
bless.
Like, to be honest,
God bless.
a lot of people take their own lives, you know.
Of course,
To
man.
a certain point, like,
Of course.
to be
And-
honest.
and
I used to be really like judgmental, to be honest. Like every normal person, like we're all egotistical.
Everybody's like that until it comes somewhere close to you, whether it's you or
because it
somebody
never
you
really
know.
hit home
Yeah.
like that, you know. Like when it
Yeah.
hit home, it's like, damn, you know. And like,
And then you realize, and then when you get out of it, you realize how blessed you are and how like, man, look
you
at me
see,
now, kind of
it's a
thing.
second,
You know?
it's like your rebirth. Like when you lose someone very close to you that meant the world to you, that you never would have thought, like especially like you're on good terms with the person or whatever. It's like, that's crazy. And it's not like they killed themselves, you know, like, or they were sick, like somebody took their lives, you know.
R.I.P. Man. I mean, it's sometimes you ask yourself why things happen.
That's
and like,
what I'm saying. Like, and you stay in that dark place and you sit there and you dwell there. And it's okay. Like, you have to dwell there. Like if you just want to just get up right away and act like nothing happens, I swear to God, you're gonna feel like you're lifting the weight of the world with you.
You might fall later.
You may lie to everybody, to yourself, and wear a mask. Honey, you're gonna go crazy.
You're gonna have to go through that dark period no matter what.
You have to go through it to go through it.
And
basically.
And is there something that made you kind of snap out of it? Like something in particular?
Honestly,
or just time?
Honestly, yeah. I started making money because I isolated myself.
Yeah.
And like I kind of like, I don't know, like I started like seeing life differently, and I kind of like, I did so much like fun, like, how can I say, like, spontaneous like adventures.
Yeah.
Like I spent my money like crazy. Like
you were kind of like
anything to get it out of my. I would like pay trips, go to Paris, go there. Yeah, I'm telling you.
What was the funnest thing you did during that period? Like, let's say
Oh my
spontaneous.
God! I went to Turkey.
Wow.
For
Okay.
like 2 weeks.
Vacation vibe?
Like surgery vibes.
Okay.
Can you tell what I got done?
I couldn't tell.
You couldn't tell, right?
No.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay,
And
shout out, Doc.
That's what I'm saying. And then like I ended up like staying in Paris for like a day and a half, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, like it was like a layover, but it was like a day and a half. So
Hey,
like,
you made the most of it real quick.
Yeah, I went everywhere. I went to the
for real?
Le Louvre, everywhere,
Nice.
honey. Like I went everywhere. I went to taste the best croissant.
You got
like,
selfies
as
with
they
the
say.
Eiffel Tower and shit
I
in
do,
the background.
baby,
Okay.
obviously. You know, I had to bring the receipts.
Let's go.
You know what I'm
Can't
saying?
go anywhere without bringing the receipts.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so like that was the funnest. I felt so free.
And maybe made you taste kind of like the joy of life kind of thing. No?
And then I went home and it's like, okay, I seen it all, kind of vibe, you know. And then
what do I do now?
Yeah, and then that's when my sister, she really caught my attention. She was like, hey. Like, cause I was really outside. I was really like out of town, always traveling, always like doing something, always
keeping yourself
home,
busy, basically.
you know.
Yeah.
And then at one time, I was like, we were like together and everything. We were living together still, and then like, I think she was at like 50K followers on TikTok at that time.
Okay, you know what? Let's break that down because I've seen the show. I've seen clips. I've seen people say, she got it from her sister. Her sister says she started it. Like, how did that whole thing? Because me, I don't know, to be honest with you. I'm not that. I've sat down with your sister. She's told me kind of how it happened. But I mean, I'm curious to know how you see
I'm
it.
going to tell you how it actually happened, okay?
Sure. And for the people who don't know, right? Because everybody has kind of different versions.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you how it actually happened.
Let it be known.
So basically, like, that's what I'm saying. We started like getting close. Like, I was home more and everything.
Yeah.
Because I came back from Turkey and stuff.
And you guys
like,
are living together at this
we were
point.
living together.
Yeah.
Like, you know, and like, I was like kind of taking a break, like from Turkey and everything. So I was home and like, you know, we were socializing more. And like, you know, you haven't seen your sister in a long time. You know,
have your relationship always been cool or like, you know, sometimes there's sibling rivalries?
It was always on and off. Like growing up as kids, it was like hell. It was
okay.
Like we were fighting. Like,
for real?
All the
physically
time.
and shit?
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
I would break plates and shit.
No way.
You know,
Okay.
I was a little sibling with the knife running, you know?
Okay, we'll get wild. I'm saying like...
I'm not even lying.
I'm asking if it was physical. You're like, I'm breaking plates.
But we never really like...
No, took it there. She's still your sister. Yeah, you guys are still blood. I get it. Look, I have brother, I have sister. I know how it is, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But, okay, so you guys are living together and like, were you guys both already very active on social media or?
She was actually more.
Okay.
Because I kind of like let it go for
you were
like
busy.
a couple
you were doing
years.
Your thing,
I actually removed my whole like Instagram profile, like, all my pics. I think I left like 2 profile pics on my Instagram for like years.
Wow.
I like wiped out, like, you know, I went MIA.
Yeah,
like,
you started at zero.
Oh yeah, basically. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so basically she was like at 50,000 followers on TikTok.
And she was already doing the whole NPC thing and everything?
She was doing like the mime thing, you know, like just the
movement.
She wasn't talking yet, nothing. Like, you know, she was still doing this thing.
Okay, it started only just
like,
that. Okay,
I don't know if you guys follow her from her beginnings.
Well, I thought it started with the talking, but maybe I'm wrong. So it was...
she added it up. She added it up after, like, it was really a concept that actually mutated into something.
Okay.
And like, at some point, like, she was like telling me about how like she has 50K followers and this is what she's doing on TikTok. I didn't even know I wasn't even on TikTok. I didn't even have a TikTok. You know what I'm saying? I had 2 fucking pictures on Instagram. And then she's like, she created me an account and she's like, you have to start over. You have to do this.
Okay.
Put a profile picture. And she's like, okay, now you have to post and stuff.
So she was helping you start yours.
Yeah, she helped me start it. Like, I felt like she had like, you know, like she was coming from a good place, you know?
So far, it sounds like that.
So far, so good, you know? And then, like, it started off, okay, like, we took a picture. I don't know if you noticed. Like, she has one picture of me posted together on her TikTok.
Oh, maybe I've seen it
like,
before. Okay.
From the early days, you know?
Okay.
And, like, we posted up in a picture, and she's, like, kind of, like, telling people, like, oh, go follow my sister.
Okay.
So, like, it started off good, you know? I'm getting a couple 100 followers, you know, but you need 1,000 followers to go live on TikTok.
Yep, facts.
So it's like me, I'm an exotic dancer. So it's like I always go out of town. That's why nobody see me because I don't like.
Okay.
I don't want
Okay.
I don't want y'all dusty and see me. So I'm always like super far. So I'm like, okay, like by the time I come back, I'm probably gonna get my 1,000 followers, But by the time she's like, you need to look for a concept. So I was looking for a concept. She's like, just scroll, go on the export page, just kind of see what
She's
people
giving
are
you
doing.
game. She's giving you game about how it works on TikTok.
Really good feeling about it. I'm like, I'm scrolling, and I'm seeing some Chinese guy, like just the hands, okay, popping popcorn with a flat iron, okay, but everything was Chinese, So
okay, that move that she
because I went really deep in the TikTok thing,
You were scrolling the hell out of that TikTok.
Looking for the idea of the century, whatever. So when I seen that, he had like 53K people watching him. You don't even see, he's not even showing his face. He's just seeing his big fat hands with a flat out. I'm like, bitch, popping my pretty self in front of a camera without popping, honey.
Hold on. So you saw that guy. It was just his hands with the flat iron.
His hands. And so like, I
and
was
you,
like,
that's good thinking too. You're like, I'm going to do it. I'm going to show myself.
Like, he's putting his hands, like, look at me. Like, So I'm like.
For the record, I've been looking. Anyways, go ahead. I'm messing with you.
So basically, like, that's when like she barged into my room, I just had the idea of the century,
Okay.
And she barged into my room and she's like, oh, did you find something? Dun, dun, dun. And that's like the biggest lesson of my life, Never tell people what you're going to do. Never tell people what you're going to do.
Oh, okay. So you were like, you told her, hey, I'm going to start doing this.
The century. My sister pushed me into looking for a concept. I find a concept. Obviously, I'm going to tell her, hey, I found a concept. Let's cheer up, So I tell her, hey, I'm going to pop popcorn with a flat iron. And she's like, yeah, you think so? I'm like, yeah, this Chinese guy, I tell her I seen this guy popping shit and it's going to work for sure, 100%. Like,
yeah.
And like, she's like, yeah, you need 1,000 followers, whatever, to. I'm like, yeah, it's okay. By the time I go out of town and I come back, I'll be fine, So I go out of town. She doesn't say nothing. She gets out of the room. She doesn't say nothing. Not a single thing. Nothing.
She didn't say, I'm going to do it. Hey, I'm going to try it.
She didn't say nothing. It just stayed like that. It stayed like that. Okay, that's my idea. I'm telling you what I'm going to do.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? I go out of town. I'm working. I look at my thing. Oh, I hit 1,000 followers. So I'm like, okay, you know what? Like, I'm excited. I'm going to go home. I'm going to start doing my lives. Like, it's working so good for her. It's going to work so good for me. Like, the whole fantasy thing, right?
Yeah.
I'm so happy. I'm so glad. I get home, baby, as I walk inside the house, and my whole things are there, my luggages. As I walk inside the house, I look inside, like, the kitchen table. I'm just walking. What do I see? I see my sister in the kitchen table popping popcorn with a flat iron. I went bananas.
For real?
Oh my God.
Hold on, but she was live. She was live, right?
Live.
And you saw, like, you got angry, like.
I got so angry.
On her
I got so angry, and then I got so angry, and I know she was on live, right? And I know there was a lot of people watching, right? So it's like I seen like she seen me react. She kind of wanted to react, but she didn't want to get out of character because the character, the NPC thing.
That's her paycheck.
The character.
Yeah.
So like I got so angry that I started like screaming about every single fucking thing that I was annoyed about, on top of what you're fucking doing right now. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
So she ended up like ending the live and everything. She went downstairs, whatever, upstairs the house, She, she was going back and forth upstairs, downstairs. And like we get into a big argument. Like I said to her the most nasty things I could ever say to anybody.
Do you regret some of the things you said?
Honestly, like, it's not that I regret the things that I said. It's like I didn't even mean the things that I said. Because I'm a Capricorn.
Okay.
Not that it has nothing to do with it.
Well,
it's just an excuse, you know what I mean?
Okay, that's a good line. I'm going to start using that. I'm a Pisces. Yeah, I'm a Pisces.
You
Sorry.
Get it.
Sorry.
Get in line.
You might get away with a few like that.
Know what
Okay.
I'm saying? So
Okay.
like when I get mad, I'll say like the most hurtful things like that I know, because I know you, like I know your soul, you know, I know what
That hurts,
you
though.
love.
So you know
I
you-
can give you the best of both worlds. You know what I'm saying?
That's dangerous,
That's
though.
very dangerous. And so yeah.
And you say that with a smile. It's like, yeah, it's very dangerous.
Yeah, I'm not trying to.
Okay, so I guess at that point you guys argue or whatnot, whatever. I don't want to get too much in your personal stuff. So like you
Yeah,
guys,
I'm trying to say, like,
yeah,
you
like I
know,
don't want to like.
obviously.
So at that point, do
Because
you
it's
like
all love, right?
exactly?
At the end of the day,
and
like,
we're gonna get to
yeah, I'm gonna get
where
to the
we
all
are
love
today.
part,
Yeah, we're gonna get to that. I don't want you to feel like we're just focusing on that. But like, so that happens. I guess you get angry, and then you're like, let her, I guess, do her thing while you pursue TikTok at that point, or you?
So basically, like, as soon as like this argument like started off, like we ended up like going on vacation, and we kind of made up.
Okay.
We kind of made up.
But her thing is continuing to grow,
She's
right?
continuing to
Yeah.
grow, and then she pops, right?
Does it? And honestly, does it? Like when it's blowing up for her, are you like? Oh,
Honestly, I honestly I was really disappointed because she made it seem as if like, oh, you know, like she made it seem as if she acknowledged that, you know, that was your idea and like I made it work. Obviously, like I can never take away all the nights and the days she put into the
put
work.
in work. We can't take that away.
I can never take that away
That's
from her.
true.
As much as I'm angry at her, as much as I have
respect
so
that you
much
say
on
that.
my heart, obviously, like, come on, there's delusional and then there's like delusional.
And then there's the Lulu.
You know what I'm saying? But like, I can never take that away from her.
I
you
respect
know?
that.
It's just the fact that she made it seem so much like, you know, like she was like that level headed. I thought she was really like, you know, my sister, I got the idea from her.
Yeah.
And like now I'm popping and I'm making money. You know what? Like, fuck that. Like, my life's getting better. I'm gonna make her life get better. That's what the kind of emotion I thought she was going in, but that's what she was making me feel as if.
But
you know?
maybe
she promised me things that she never delivered, and like you know what? It's really deep.
You know, because-
I don't really want to get
No,
into
I get
the
it, I get
details
it.
because it's really bad.
But you know, sometimes a lot of people feel that way, and the people that blow up have that intention, but maybe the other person doesn't see that they're not there yet to kind of be able to help out. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. In the end, it's every case is different. You know what I mean?
There's things that I know, you know,
100%,
and like, things that
100%.
you guys don't know.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying?
so at this point, is Foreign still doing her TikTok, trying to build her TikTok, or is she
I'm
like,
trying to,
fuck that?
obviously, like, yo, I'm not a quitter. Like, honestly, like,
Okay, I respect that.
I'd rather have people laughing at me than like quit and like run
Then
like
people
a little
just
bitch.
not caring.
So it's like I started doing like what it's called, like ba.
Oh, cotton candy.
Cotton candy.
Okay.
But like as I'm starting to do that, like she's getting praised for popping popcorn on fucking New York Times.
Crazy.
I'm like, bitch!
No,
like,
it's,
bitch!
and it's you know what? At the end of the day, you're human. It's
You
normal.
heifer.
It's gonna.
You fucking heifer. You skunk ass bitch. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's my feeling that I had. I'm not even gonna lie.
You're human.
And like people, yeah, like you have to live it, to be honest, you know? Like,
And you know what?
it's like the guy that created peanut butter and got his ideas stole. You
Like
think,
the guy who started
move
McDonald's.
on. Come on,
Like the
move
guy who
on.
started
Yeah,
McDonald's.
the guy's a millionaire. I'm
You know what
gonna
I mean?
move on.
No,
you know?
at the end of the day, nobody can know how it feels until they're living it,
Exactly.
right?
And I don't care how people think, like, you know, about me. Like, you know, I don't need them to validate how I feel.
So okay, so at that point, your relationship is not really too cool. You guys are each doing your thing on your side, right?
Yeah, there's not really no relationship whatsoever. Like, I don't really think, you know what, me, like, I really hold grudges. And like, I remember everything everybody do, like me, it's like a movie in my head, like every day, like, you know.
Okay, you remember. I
I
get it.
have a book with your name and your face on it.
God
You know
damn.
what I'm saying? And
Okay.
like, up there. Yeah, I really do. And so like I'm a very genuine person.
Yeah.
Like, and like for me, like to fuck with you again after you done me the fucking worst.
Yeah.
Like look you in your eyes with the same love and open arm and unconditional and oh my God, are you crazy? Never in my life. I don't care who you are. Like I can never look at you the same. I can never trust you the same. You know that trustful you do? That trustful you do?
Yeah.
I can never, homie. It's trying to give me
The
cute.
trust
It's
fall.
trying to ride or die. It's trying to die every time you die. Every time you die, bro.
Okay, so then tell me, how does the love and hip hop thing happen? Because your sister continues to build her brand. She's doing her, everything
Yeah.
she's doing. And then how does that happen? Like, do you reach out to them? Do they find you?
So basically, like, they came to Montreal. I don't know if you see the segment when they came to Montreal. They kind of
No.
showed the old port a little bit.
Okay.
Nah.
No, I didn't see that part. Okay, that's when they
Yeah.
were showing Pinky being in Montreal and shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like they kind of came here and then like they're like, oh, let's do like a segment with your family because they knew she had a sister and a mother. Obviously, she has a mother. So they're like, okay, like we're gonna come down Montreal. We're gonna film. Like, hey, your sister's gonna come. Then, oh, she's doing music. Yeah, she's doing music. Oh, send the song
Okay,
over.
but she could have said no, right?
Obviously, listen.
So at the end, she's still
yeah,
kinda-
but it was just an appearance as the sister, just like it was supposed to just be like, yeah, that's my sister. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But it ended up being bigger than that.
How did that happen?
So basically, like as we were filming and like like it's not really scripted. Like it was really like people like saying like in the comments like it's
Yo,
scripted.
I won't lie. I was gonna
it's
ask you that.
fake.
I was gonna ask you that.
Nothing is scripted.
Really?
And by the way, I'm like tipsy as hell. So it's like there's nothing more genuine that you see.
Everything
over
is
there.
facts. This is what it is. Real Talk of the North. It's
Listen, let me
only
tell
facts,
you.
no cap over here. Okay, so they notice you, I guess, and they're like,
And they're like, we finished filming the first segment. I don't know, like I think everybody saw it. Like when like we were filming the first, I think everybody kind of saw it in the social media. And then like, as soon as we cut the cameras and everything, one of the producers came up to me and like at the time like Pinky was already gone. She left. She stormed out. Like
So-
it really finished bad. Like
so she didn't know, like,
she didn't know I was coming. Like the producers came up to
because on the
me.
show we see you kind of pop out as a surprise, and that was real.
Yeah, the producers came up to me, okay? And they're like, how soon can you get to Miami? I told them, yes, I can get there yesterday, honey.
Yo, they saw the dollar signs. They're
I
like,
can get
yo,
there yesterday. They're like, okay, say no more. I think like 3 days later, they contacted me for my information. They sent me like paperwork and everything. And then like, they paid for my tickets. And then like, I think like, a month later, my sister came up to me and she's like, oh, I have good news. Da, da, da. I'm like, what? Oh, they're talking about like flying you out over there to film. I'm like, I know, they already paid my ticket. She was like, what? She's like, hold on a second. Let me call you back.
okay, so she knew, but she didn't really know.
She knew, she thought she was the first to know, I guess.
So then you pop out on the scene when the Gael, I think, brings you out, or I don't remember who brought you out.
Because there's so many scenes. Like,
Anyways, me,
I'm in a couple episodes.
No, I know, and I know at one point you just popped out, and she was surprised. So that was like a real surprise when you show up there. So
but that scene with Gael, oh my god! Like honestly, she's so fucking messy.
That's what I was gonna ask you. Do you feel
like the fact that she just came through and started the conversation with something that I told her, because I didn't tell her that for her to say it. I told her that's like in a way that like saying like, you see, like
the kind of to describe the relationship. Yeah, I get what you're saying.
What she's doing to me is a pattern. Like it's been going on.
Like you didn't want that
so
aired out.
I know that this is a pattern, and like she meant to do what she did.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But you didn't mean for that to be aired out on TV and shit.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
That was messy.
So yeah, that was really messy because they didn't really show like in the editing and everything. But when Gael said that, I was like, oh my god, they didn't show my face when I did that.
But even you, when you see that, you're like, damn, you didn't want that to be out like that.
I didn't want that to be out there because for me, it was like, I'm gonna use that as leverage. You know what I'm saying? But she blurted it out.
Okay, but you still had some kind of a plan. You didn't go there 100% innocent either. Like you had kind of a.
But like, if in the worst case scenario, because I kind of gave her the benefit of the doubt for a long time, but then when I saw the way she was moving, the way she was treating me, the way she was like kind of like pulling the rug under my feet, like purposefully, like throughout her journey, like I've seen it. Like,
okay.
you know?
I mean, nobody's seen
like,
it better than you. Nobody can come and say,
like,
yo.
People around me close to me seen it. And it's like, they can't really say anything. Obviously, it's like I'm just looking, you know? I'm just looking and I'm trying to really give you the benefit of the doubt, but to a certain point that I can't anymore. And now at this point, like, honey, like, we're going to head, toe to toe. Like, I don't care.
And but now you got the chance to go there. You're on the set. You're on a few episodes. You kind of see what the big productions are like and stuff like that. Is that kind of inspiring? Does that help you for your music side of things too?
You know what's so funny? like the day they flew me out, like my flight was on the December 3rd.
Okay.
It was my best friend's birthday.
The one
They flew me out.
The one
on
you
my
were talking to me
best-
about?
on 2 times birthday. I have the picture of the ticket.
That's
They
crazy.
flew me out on his birthday because that was something like music. That was something like we were supposed to have a song. Like that was like, you know what I'm saying?
That's crazy though.
And like when I saw the tickets, I saw the date December 3rd. I was like, wow. Like that was for me. I took it like as a sign.
It is. I mean,
was,
come on.
honey, like that was. I felt so good, and I felt like it was destiny.
It's meant to be.
Oh, come on. What are the
crazy.
fucking odds?
That's crazy.
What are the fucking
For
odds?
real, for real. That's crazy. The fact that it's on his birthday and then you told me he passed on his birthday.
He did.
Wow. That's something. That's like, I see you. You know what I mean? Kind of thing.
So it's like, I'm really glad. And like, I'm really grateful for that.
That's
opportunity.
interesting.
And like, I know like people are going to say, oh, you should be grateful your sister brought you out. But I think I really brought myself out there because honestly, she didn't really want me over
But
there.
okay, but you still said that now it's all love and it's
all love in a way, like you did what you did. And you know, I know you did what you did in a way of survival.
Yeah.
Like for you, like it was selfish. Okay, it was selfish. It was really selfish. You were aware of it being selfish. You still went and did it. You hurt me.
But you know
you know you were gonna hurt me. You know what you were gonna do. You know what you're doing is gonna hurt me. You still did it. You know what I'm saying? Is that I can't forgive you, but I let it go. You know what I'm saying?
But blood is thicker than water, no? And
Sometimes blood's gonna fuck you up more than water, man. I've seen water being very thick lately. Very thick.
Okay.
Very
so
thick
at this point,
water.
at this point, it's like you're each doing your thing, but it's like you're not trying to throw dirt on her name, and she's not trying to throw dirt on yours.
I kind of had like a couple like meltdowns.
Okay.
On the internet that I'm not really proud of.
So okay.
I'm not like.
But it's big of you to at least be able to say that. You know what I mean?
It's not a post that I posted. It's like a live that I vented. And like
those are
kind
tough.
of things don't go away.
Yeah, those are tough.
And like I didn't know like.
Yeah, today it's the
so
people screen record. People, you got to be careful.
And like I was really angry.
No,
and
but it's good.
That's when the episodes first started like coming out.
Okay.
And like you know, like the way they put me out there, like the picture of me in a strip club on my all fours.
Yeah.
Like, bitch!
You had to let him know. Yeah, okay.
I mean,
okay.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
That's okay. You know what? It's interesting because you brought that up, and I was curious to know, like, what do you think of, you know, because now there's a lot of, when we're talking about female rap in the game and stuff like that, and Nicki and Cardi kind of brought that, like the term stripper rap. Is that something like you're down with? Is that something you embrace?
I support stripper rap. I would love to do stripper rap music.
Okay, so
absolutely. I would love for fat booty bitches to shake their ass on my songs. I would love that.
Okay, so you don't take that as an offensive or like,
Fuck
don't call my shit. Okay.
Fuck no.
And what do you say of the people that might say like, you know, that's like a bad influence for young girls and stuff like that are growing up? Like, do you care? Is that like, are you like, I'm not a role model, I'm just living my life? How do you see that?
I'm not, honey, my bills need to get paid.
Okay.
My dreams need to be fulfilled. Okay?
So it's
honey,
it's a hustle like any other hustle, basically.
Honey. Like,
okay.
Like, honey.
Okay.
Like, focus on not smoking weed, smoking crack, drinking in front of your kid, be a good role model for your own kid. For worrying what she's seeing on TV.
On one thing, that's the one thing I agree, man. Like, your parents should be
like
the role models.
Be literally like smoking weed in the kitchen, talking about she's a bad influence for the youth. Like, are you kidding me?
Okay, I respect that. And now, like, you I guess you're back and forth with Miami. I guess you're building bridges there. Where do you feel more comfortable or more like you could do your thing, here or in Miami?
Honestly, right now, like my HQs will be here. Obviously, like that's the main lane, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like that's where I create the most of my things, my music, you know? And it's like,
but you're working on pushing it outside of Canada, right?
Obviously, yeah. Okay. But you have to start from somewhere.
Absolutely.
And like I really like, this journey is really humbling to me. It's like obviously I could, like, I had the easy option of just, like, you know, leeching off of my sister and being, you know, like, a lot of people, like, told me, like, oh, you should have never, even if it really happened, whatever, the
Yeah,
story.
just make up with her because she's blowing up.
Yeah, and then ride the wave. Like, I could never.
No, but the way
never.
the way I'm seeing you how you are, you're too real. Yeah.
Oh my
it would
God.
show. It would show.
I would kill myself. No, honestly.
I feel you.
I would drink a couple of Tylenols and go to bed and never
No, I
wake
feel
up.
you, and I respect that.
Are you
I
kidding
respect
me,
that.
bro?
I respect that.
How miserable. How fucking
You wouldn't be
lame.
happy. You wouldn't be happy.
I'd rather go to war with you.
I feel you. Okay, so when you're here, what's the thing you miss the most about the States? And when you're in the States, what's the thing you miss the most about Canada?
Honestly, the only thing I miss about this state is probably the palm trees.
Okay, that's it. I mean, come on, Foreign. I know you're walking down on Miami Beach and stuff, and you got everybody's
you know, when
attention
you're over there and
no?
like you're casting, you're there for like shooting and everything for you know.
Okay,
you
so when you go there, you go to work.
You don't go to the beach. Like,
Okay, you're
you
not
don't
there
get out
on-
of the room until we tell you to get out of the room. Like,
Okay, so when you're there, you're not on the tourist vibe or whatever. You're there to do your
honey,
work.
Exactly.
Okay. So, since, you know, I mentioned when you're walking down the street, you must have the men's attention and stuff like that. What's the ideal man for somebody like Foreign 2X? You know what I mean?
Honestly, like my vision on like the ideal man changed so much over the years.
Because I heard you, I mean, you know, you've been doing the podcasts and interviews and stuff like that. I'm trying to do my
Yeah.
research, and I heard you say something like, yo, I need my man to crash out over me. He's got to be crazy about me.
Yeah,
So
he needs to fucking worship the floor I'm walking on, like
God
literally.
damn.
No, I'm dead ass
Do you give
serious.
that same love back?
I will. If I love you back, I will.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
obviously, yeah.
So,
'Cause,
but when
like,
you say crash out, like a guy that he'll break his phone, he'll break our car, he'll go
no,
crazy, kind of like
I know,
to
like
show
he's
his love?
crazy about me, like
Okay.
you know, that's not gonna play about me, like you know.
okay.
Like, I'm gonna be top priority, you know.
Okay, so if I was to tell you Foreign 2X, like you can have one man who's loyal, respectful, treats you like a queen, but he's like balling on a budget, or one man that's not around too much, you know, he's not too sentimental, whatever, but he blesses you with gifts and, you know, allowance or whatever you need. Which one would you pick? Right now, today, in your life. I mean, this answer can change anytime, right?
Oh my god.
No, it's just a question.
Like today, I would probably take the guy that gives me the gifts and everything, and I'll probably call the other guy the next morning and like be with him
and like talk to him.
Yeah.
Oh, and for real?
and
both?
just take the gifts. He's not
But what
there. He's not around.
But I mean,
He's not around.
okay, so
It's a long distance relationship.
the
right?
long distance, yeah, like, okay, so long distance, you collect.
We go take coffee.
Okay.
Type of thing. And
Okay,
then
yeah.
he goes back to wherever he's from.
And then you holler at the
My
one you
baby,
actually,
yeah.
your baby. Okay, I respect it. And okay, does Foreign, I mean, Foreign is the name, so like, do you have a preference, like when it comes to nationality or race or like a
But
kind of
first of
ideal
all, I'm
guy?
black.
I'd be curious
There's a
about
lot
that.
of beautiful people in different backgrounds, okay? I've seen beautiful black men. I've
Mm-hmm.
seen beautiful Asian men. Like, beautiful. Okay? I'm not, it's not really like a preference, like,
Okay, so
on a race.
basically-
if I like you, I like you. I like what I like.
If the vibe is right,
I
it can
like
be
what
anybody.
I like.
I like that. I respect that. Okay. So with the success you're having, your sister, and because of the situation, how does like your family react to that? Do people get involved? Do they just let you guys do your
our
thing?
family is definitely not involved, which I really respect that because
Okay.
it's none of the goddamn business anyway.
Yeah.
And I ain't trying to hear
Shout out,
nobody's
fam.
2 cents.
Okay. So they respect your guys and let you
Because I
guys.
only have one sister and she only has one sister.
There you go. That's it. I
And
like
that's
that.
it.
Okay, so let me put a
What do y'all
scenario.
say is irrelevant.
I'm
anyway.
gonna put a scenario. Like, let's say there's a Love and Hip Hop reunion and some kind of fight happens and people are trying to attack your sister. Are you
I'm jumping.
Okay, good.
I'm jumping for her.
Okay.
Yeah, you crazy, bro?
Okay.
Nah, bro, I'm jumping for her, bro.
So
You
then there
crazy?
is.
I can't even punch her. I'm so mad at her. I can't even punch her. You think you're gonna punch her?
There you-
My nigga.
No, but I respect that. So that gives me hope because I feel like a collab, whether it's music, whether it's a product, whether it's something, maybe eventually, at the end of the day, it's based on your guys. You know what I mean? So, you know, we're winding down. We're not going to stay too much longer, but we're going to have a couple more questions with you. But, you know, you said you're used to the haters. And, you know, with the
Yeah.
fame, with the internet, there's more and more haters and commenters. So like if you could say one sentence to them, you know, if you look at the camera there and let them know what time it is, if you had something to say to the haters, what would it be?
I have a broken nail today.
Oh, shit.
I hope y'all say the most shit about me because I need y'all to max out the fucking comments. Because that's what the fuck you guys are here for.
Shout out Foreign.
Tell me how the fuck you hate my hairline.
I mean, no, everything looks on point to me.
No, but then they're going to find something.
Oh, okay.
So whatever you find, write it down in the comments. I'm trying to hear it.
Okay. That girl Foreign is not playing.
That's all I gotta say.
Okay. And what's next right now? Like, so are you focusing, so it's the music really for the rest of the year kind of thing?
Yeah, I'm really like, honestly, I promised a lot of music like in the years.
Okay. So,
in the past years.
but now it's like happening?
It's really happening.
And are we
It's
talking
really happening. I'm
singles? Are
here.
we talking projects?
We're
What are we-
talking projects, we're talking singles, we're talking featurings, we're talking about like shows, we're talking about like
Okay,
a lot of
videos
things.
and everything,
like,
right?
Yeah, I'm trying to get
Because I
you
see
know,
the audio stuff and it's cool, but like today we need the videos, you know what I mean?
we do.
And like you said, you know, you have like, I would say the camera likes you. So, I mean, why not put out more videos and reels
Who
and
says
stuff like
that? You said that?
I mean, everybody says that. I mean, come on, man. That's kind of popular opinion. No, I'm not. In the comments, let us know. But okay. So, quick question like that. When you're in the studio, do you write your song there? Do you write it in advance or do you freestyle?
Honey, I write it in my room.
Okay, in
the
your zone.
toilet,
Oh,
in the bathtub.
Oh, in the bathtub. Okay.
On the sofa, in the car.
Okay.
Especially in the car.
Yeah,
I
that's
don't know.
a
There's
vibe.
something about
Yeah,
the car.
you leave the beat playing. I feel you.
Honey. I wish I could bring the whole booth in the car.
Yeah.
Like honestly, like it sounds so good in the car.
Sometimes you're like, yo, I feel you.
Like what the hell? I don't know.
Okay. If I was to ask you Foreign 2 times, what is your favorite type beat? Like, is it like a Boss Mandilo type beat? Is it like a Travis
I don't
Scott
really
type?
want to say the top beat because I don't really want everybody to buy my top of beat and then I run out of beats.
Oh, okay. Okay. I respect it. I
A
respect
lot
it.
of people be asking me that. A lot of people want to know what my types of beat, and I'm not gonna tell you.
Okay. I respect it. So you mentioned you're in both worlds, right? So I'm going to ask you a question like this before we go to the rapid fire questions. If Foreign could choose between spitting a 16-bar verse or giving a lap dance to get Drake's attention, what would you do?
Hold on, no, come again.
So like if you wanted to get like Drake's attention,
Okay.
and you have two ways to get it.
Okay, what's the ways?
Spitting a verse
Okay.
or giving a lap
I'm
dance.
spitting the fucking verse. What you
Oh,
fucking
okay.
talking about, bro?
Oh, okay. I'm just saying. Some people might say, "Oh, you're gonna get his attention better this way or that way," you know?
You crazy?
Oh, okay.
The best way I'm gonna get his attention is by singing. Drake, I'm gonna sing to you, baby. I can
Okay.
sing to you.
You think you got what it takes to mesmerize him?
Honey, I know I have what it takes. What are you talking about?
Drizzy Drake, I hope you're watching. Okay. So, look, we're going to go with the rapid fire questions before we get out of here, all right? If I was to tell you American rapper or Canadian rapper?
Honestly, I would say 50-50.
You got to give me one.
Because, honestly, like, look, on the Canadian side, it's really evolving nowadays.
Big time?
Like my favorite Canadian artist at the moment right
Yeah.
now, that's not a pioneer, I
Yeah.
would say it's like Doovie. Like
Shout out Doovie,
is
yeah.
really making noise.
Yeah.
Like more than, and then like over there, like when I was like filming, I was playing his songs and like
that's dope.
in the room, the volume up,
And
like,
everybody's messing with it, right?
Nobody knew what it was.
But they all fuck with it, right?
Yeah, they were like, "Who that?" I'm like, "He's Canadian." They're like, "Oh, he's Canadian," but like they were vibing with it like 2
Yeah.
seconds ago, you know.
But do you feel like Canadian rappers kind of don't get the respect they should get? Like you see in those kind of rooms in the U.S.?
We kind of do. Like we just have to like really make like you have to make your place, you know. Like
Yeah.
Drake's been there for like how many fucking
Yeah.
ages?
I feel like you got to be out there too. Like you see you
Yeah,
being
like,
out there, it's like...
they have no point to hate now. Everybody likes it. Like you can't
Okay.
deny it. No,
I respect it.
you
I
know?
respect it. Okay. So if I tell you, I don't know, Pressa or Bun Dog?
Oh my god, I'm gonna say Pressa because I don't know.
Okay.
Bundog
It's
is.
fair. It's fair. If I tell you top 5 or Kanye West?
I'm gonna say.
There's no wrong answer.
I'm gonna say top 5 because I want that nigga to holla at me.
Let's go. Let's go.
Top 5, my nigga.
Hey, he was in MTL a couple days ago.
Really?
Yep, he was.
How you gonna tell me?
All right. If I tell you Lotto or Sexy Red?
Ooh. Damn, that's my two alter egos, right?
Oh, for real? Okay.
Yeah, like
okay.
sexy is like when I'm getting ready to go to the club,
Okay.
right? And like Lotto's like when I'm out of the club with the money going to the bank, you know. So it's
I see you. I
it's
see you.
kinda,
I like both modes, actually, for the record.
I can't.
You got to tell me one.
Oh my god.
And by the way, this is the speed round, so...
Yeah. Keep moving. Oh my god. Lotto, because she's a Capricorn like me.
Okay, let's go. If I tell you Lady SB or Chromas?
You guys are messy.
I'm just asking. It's a preference thing. Whatever you like, whatever you listen to, you know what I mean? Look, if they're here, it's because we appreciate both of them.
Right?
Yeah, so one day could be this, one day could be that. What is it today? You know what I mean?
I pass.
Okay, fair. If I tell you Bobby Lights or Trick Daddy?
I pass.
Okay.
I fuck with Bobby like he funny as fuck.
Okay. If I tell you Safari or Stevie J?
Oh my god. Definitely Stevie J. I don't fuck with Safari.
Okay. Miami Tip or Black China?
Black China.
Okay. Poisson grillé, grilled fish or steak?
Poisson grillé.
Okay.
Of
okay.
course.
We never deny the
Moi,
roots.
c'est le amo.
Okay. If I tell you chicken roti or chicken shawarma?
Shawarma.
Oh, I like the way you rolled the R when you said that. I like
have
that.
to.
Okay. So if I tell you, in the same vein, if I tell you Habibi or Papi?
Oh my god. Habibi.
Oh my God. Please take the camera away from me. Okay. If I tell you trapper or scammer?
Trapper. Scams is dead.
Oh, okay. Okay. If I tell you married man with money or broke ass that loves you? We kind of went there earlier, but hey.
Yeah, we did. Why you circling back for?
Okay. My bad. We keep it going.
You already know what I'm saying.
Yeah. Sorry. So we'll go with the last one here.
Okay.
Montreal slang or Toronto slang?
Montreal slang.
Okay, shout out. Foreign, thank you very much for coming through, man. It was a pleasure having you. If you got some shout outs or anything you want to say to the people before we out of here, let it be known.
Well, I'm really underrated over here on those platforms. I want y'all to hit the follow button when it comes to me.
Let's go.
Follow my stuff because I'm coming up and I'm really coming up and I'm coming in hot and like you ain't gonna have no choice but to like me.
Let's go.
So better y'all just better add me right now than fucking follow me when it's fucking too late, motherfucker.
Where could they follow
today's
you?
price, not tomorrow price.
Oh shit. Okay.
So follow me on She's Fun 2 times, or you can just write Madonna 2 times on your search bar. You gonna find me. Yeah, you know you gonna find me.
They might catch you on the Explore page.
You can catch me on the Explore page.
Y'all already know what it is. Hey, thank you very much for coming through, man. Y'all already know what we're doing. Appreciate you. More success to you. Keep doing your thing. We're gonna keep the world posted with the music and everything you're doing. You know what I mean? Y'all know what we're doing here, man, at Real Talk of the North. Once again, dope episodes. Big shout out to Foreign 2 times in the house. It's your boy J7, man. We'll be back on the next one. Let's go.
They did this shit in my face, they unaccountable. Lost my homie 2 times, she was unbearable. In the streets to remain accountable. Look at my thugs with an arrow. That's some friends to the federal. Get a bag up as a pheromone. No bad bitch, you gon' finish him. Hated on me like they finish it. So I walk around with a talisman. Had a been from the street. These niggas gon' walk around with embellishes. Got up on the same club, so don't talk to me about no politics. Came up the same block, so don't come for me about no statuses. But they ain't even one static. We giving out pressure, they giving out statements. They ain't this shit in the streets, I'm pulling out reasons.